What's up, everybody? Time for another episode of SCNS Live. So,
Yeah.
Woohoo!
Hey, look, I'm back at the table, and this guy's joining us again after taking a little bit of a break. Going to see some live music.
And Texas Frightmare.
And Texas Frightmare.
And Adrian Barbeau.
We were all busy last weekend. We were all doing stuff. So, anyway, thank you for joining us tonight. We are talking the best summer movies that we're excited for, but we got some super cool nerd news for you. A little bit of an announcement, something to do with the shirt that she's wearing.
The same shirt I was wearing last week.
That's...
Hashtag no shame.
I mean, I wasn't going to say anything, but, you know.
There was a reason to wear it this week.
Hey, you know, people have washing machines. You know, it happens. It happens.
Washing machine.
What's that?
It's the thing that you wash. Never mind. Anyway. So, let's get to introductions. My name is Jason the X, and this guy over here.
I'm Bryce Culver.
Cat. Just Cat. Like Cher or Madonna.
Oh, you're dropping the whole other part of you?
Yeah.
Cool. Okay.
Cool.
Ricardo.
I'm Ricardo. Hi. I'm back for another week. We'll see what happens next week.
It's touch and go with him. And, of course, behind the board, doing all the control stuff and just being pretty much a damn good producer lately.
She yelled at you.
Yeah.
She yells at everybody.
And she
Miss Cora, ladies and gentlemen, she has a knife. Why do you have a knife?
Just in case.
You don't need to know why I have this knife, other than if you don't listen to me, it might end up over there.
I gotta stop putting so many knives by the computer. Anyway, so tonight we are talking the summer blockbusters that we are so excited for. And as you can see, one of them is up here. Thank you, Mark Walters, a big fanboy, for donating a nice, actually, a poster before the movie comes out.
That was
right?
like free comic book day.
Hey,
yeah?
I try.
Free Comic Book Day was, well, briefly, y'all talk about Free Comic Book Day. Cora and I went to Madness, went to the North Dallas Toy Show, Zeus Comics, and we hit up, of course, Galaxy Called Dallas. Pretty much got stuff everywhere I went. Actually got some nice little Revoltech figures, and the comics. I'd say pretty much all the comics I picked up from New Comic Book Day were entertaining to read.
Yeah, I picked up a few. We only got to go to Madness just because we had other stuff going on. I had to work a little bit later that day, but I ended up picking up a bunch of the free comics, and I ended up getting 3 comics because Madness had buy 2 get 1. Chelsea got 6 comics.
Ooh,
yeah,
wow.
She's like, I got 5. I'm like, it's buy 2 get 1 free, right? So that means if you buy 4, you get 2. So she's like, really? And she went back and found another one. So she's been busy reading comics at home when she's not working.
Bryce, you didn't go to Free Comic Book Day.
No, I didn't. But I had a great time at Texas Frightmare, and I'd like to thank the organizers of that convention for putting on another well-run con this year, just like all the other ones I've attended. So if you haven't been to TFW, I suggest you check it out because it's a lot of fun. And they're very laid back, that crowd.
Also, if you get a chance, go over to the Facebook page. He did post some great video with legendary actress Adrian Barbeau. I have a big expression of her.
Me, 3.
Not just 2.
Okay.
So
Right.
go check out some of Bryce's, as she was doing a little question and answer
You bet.
session. It was pretty good. Go check that out on the page. Kat, what did you do for Free Comic Book Day?
We met you guys at, where did we meet
Zeus.
you guys? At Zeus, and then we also hit up Madness, and then we went to the comic book shop in the Colony, only to find out that they mainly do esports and like cards tournaments now, and they don't do comic books at all, but it still says comics on the front, so that was a little confusing.
The sign has not been
I
changed.
picked up a bunch of different comics. I think Invader Zim and
Yes.
the Overwatch were my favorites.
I'd say it was and like I said, I got to buy things from shops that had other items on sale. They were just trying to move.
There's so many comics I wanted.
There were so many sales. I went actually to the North Dallas Toy Show with Sean, and he must have picked up, how many comics did he pick up? Like 30 comics?
Damn.
I'm not sure. I didn't see his stack. I saw Chelsea's stack.
Well, even you picked up something at the toy show. You picked up.
Oh yeah, I did.
Well,
I picked up an action figure for Shenlong Gundam from Gundam Wing.
did you open that?
Of course I did.
Okay.
I had to pose it. I'm not going to let it sit in the box. The lady I bought it from thought I was going to display it in the box, and I was like, "Ma'am, you don't know me."
This is opening right now. My brother's watching us right now. Hi, brother. Hi, Sergio. Sorry.
I also found a Blackjack Funko Pop, which I don't really collect Funko Pops, but literally no other fun merchandise like figures and stuff exist for Blackjack, so I went ahead and bought that.
I want more plushies in the world, more nerd plushies just to exist, because I do collect those.
There, like there are a lot of fan-made plushies for a lot of things.
Like
And some of
Morpheus.
them are really good,
And
and
they're-
occasionally I pick some up, but like they tend to be a lot more costly than like
Yeah.
the little baby plushies that are like $6 from the
that
manufacturer.
are mass produced.
Yeah.
Right, and I'm all about supporting local artists and supporting artists doing their craft. But there's also only so much my wallet can do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
There's
Yeah,
one.
I saved up to do that. Even my daughter like got art from our friends over at Show Enough Studios that she wants on her wall, which I thought was pretty cool.
That is awesome.
It's adorable.
But anyway, so it was a success. I hope everybody. It looked like there were a lot of people out, so it was a good time. But anyway, we got to move the show along. Let's kick it off with some super cool nerd news. And of course, kicking off super cool nerd news, Bryce. Let's have it. What you got?
Well, fresh off the movie experience I had today with watching Infinity War for the third time, I would love
Spoilers?
no spoilers.
Okay.
Yeah,
That was last
We
week.
did that already.
I've seen
Yeah.
it for the third time today with my daughter, and she was aggravated by the ending. But that's neither here nor there. So while we wait on Channing Tatum's Gambit, we do have some Channing Tatum coming up in September. If you'd like to listen to Channing channel his best winter.
I knew that was the
Yeti.
reason he brought this thing.
Yes. So Sony Pictures, ImageWorks, and Warner Animation is bringing a computer animated movie called Smallfoot to your big screen. And it looks like from the trailer that I laughed multiple times watching. I can't wait to see this movie. It's got voice talent with the likes of Danny DeVito and LeBron James and Zendaya as co-stars. And I don't normally get real excited about the animated films unless it's a DC, straight to video kind of movie. But this movie looks really funny. I encourage you to watch the trailer and check it out when it comes out in September. It's actually written and directed by Cary Kirkpatrick, and he is a screenwriter of such films Chicken Run, Honey, We Shrunk Ourselves, and James and the Giant Peach.
Okay.
Oh,
So
jeez.
he's got some good stuff under his belt.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so I suggest you check it out.
I've not seen this trailer yet. I'm going to go see it.
Yeah.
What is it
When you
called?
put it,
It's called.
Smallfoot.
Yeah, I saw.
Smallfoot.
I actually ran across the trailer randomly on Instagram or not Instagram, on Twitter. It is it's a lot better than I was going to give it credit for. It actually looks like a really cute movie.
Okay, got to go see this now.
Yeah, I saw. I
you
saw
need to take your kids.
Yeah.
I'm sure I have to.
Yeah, I saw you post the thing that we're going to talk about it today. I'm like, why is he talking about this movie? Then I'm like, when you said everything just now, because I didn't look at the poster, just saw, I'm like, that looks like a DreamWorks, one of those movies that just make for kids. And I looked at it, I'm like, now that you said everything, I'm like,
Yeah, but they're still on
oh, that's why, because it's got a really good cast. Yay, and a good director.
Well, it's not just that. I laughed out loud. I'm not exaggerating. I thought it was funny.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
I'll check that out.
All right then.
Pops are not
Cat,
creepy.
what you got?
Captain Marvel. Captain Marvel is coming out in 2019, and there has already been freaking incredible fan made art for
yeah.
this. Like one earlier, I think yesterday, Brian Fuller retweeted a poster like Captain.
Wait, Brian Fuller?
Yeah, Captain Marvel is coming. He's just hyped about the movie. He's not involved, I don't think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And it turns
wondered.
out it was a fan made poster, but they're like indistinguishable from Marvel officially sanctioned stuff.
That is
Yeah.
a
Isn't
badass
that like the
poster.
story
Yeah.
of pretty much everything these days? It's like
Mm-hmm.
we always have like some. Ooh, that's legitimate, and we have to go and find out if it's the real deal or not. Like when I saw that, I got excited for it because you put it in our chat, and I was like, ooh, oh,
That's quality photoshopping
It
right
is.
there. Like it
Yeah.
really is.
This person needs to be hired to help with their posters. Just
Clean edges, masterful thirds, like really good color
she's
saturation
walking away
throughout.
from multiple explosions.
Yeah, like, and that's the coolest thing you can do as a person. Not look at
Just
explosions.
make sure you don't blink.
Don't blink.
Oh, creepy.
and your butt's not on fire. Anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, so yeah, this and Ant-Man are all we're getting between the next Marvel movie. So I don't want to even continue the story. Anyway, Rick, what you got this week?
So this will be a twofer. Good news.
We don't allow twofers.
Good news. We're getting Rick and Morty for another 70 episodes.
Cheers.
Damn.
70. That's unprecedented. Adult Swim earlier today ordered 70 episodes of Rick and Morty, so we're definitely getting a season 4. Probably season 5 and 6 and 7 and so on and so forth.
70 episodes in season 4.
It's
That'd
Dan
be a
Harmon.
long
You never know.
That is true.
Dan Harmon must be very happy and also kind of freaking out because that's a lot. But we have no word yet on when season 4 will drop, though it's probably not going to be this year. Most likely next year, but nothing has been officially said yet.
I do love that he said, anybody that's wondering what's the deal now, they're drawing it.
By the time, if Rick and Morty gets to all 70 episodes, by the time this ends, there will be 101 Rick and Morty episodes.
6 seasons in a movie.
Right? 6 seasons in a
He
movie.
did say that, yes. I think this is good because the problem with why we have such a long gap between them is because they just stop. They don't pay the artists or anything. They just kind of, okay, guys, go find work until we find out if we're going to get in a second season or not. So,
Yeah. Well, now we know 70 episodes, so you have work for 70. While we did get Rick and Morty back, we are losing Brooklyn Nine-Nine from Fox. Today they canceled Brooklyn Nine-Nine after 5 seasons, which is really sad. If you've seen that show, go to Hulu. It is on Hulu right now for streaming. It's a really good show.
5 seasons, right?
5 seasons, so about a little over 100 episodes right now. 20 episodes per season, give or take. But Andy Samberg, star of it. But the show has a lot of characters like of all races, of all orientations, and they don't do just the normal humor for like they don't. What's the word?
They don't get their laughs at other people's expense, really. I mean,
Yeah, they
there's
don't-
just nuances that are really funny.
Yeah, it's like they don't make fun of like the Captain Holt. He's a gay black man, but they don't make jokes about that. They make it more serious about that part, but make jokes about everything else. So it's actually a really good show. As of right now, May 20th will be the series finale, which will be the last episode of the season. But there are talks that the show could come back potentially for a 6th season in another network or potentially on a streaming service. The show is currently on Hulu. That comes out the day after it airs, so Hulu's always a good spot for it. So hopefully it comes back. I know a lot of people were very, very upset about this. So bring back Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Fox, quit canceling good shows. Firefly, I'm
Seriously.
so bitter about that.
Hot Rod sequel.
Yeah, we don't have the time now.
Hot Rod is amazing.
You know what? I would rather them cancel the show while it's still good than to drag it into the dirt and turn it horrible, which is their other MO.
That is true, but it has been going like it's 5 seasons in, and the comedy is still really strong. And like, yeah, you don't want them to go downhill and then cancel it, but we haven't seen evidence, I don't think, of that really happening, which is why it's such a bummer.
Yeah.
Oh no, I understand. But this is me trying to be on the positive side.
I just shut it down completely. I was like,
No,
none
it's
of that
so-
positivity. We're sad.
Yeah, the humor in it is so really strong. Like, I just binge watched almost all of it, and it was great. So, Hannah, what do you
Was
got?
it because Cass and I yelled at you?
Yes,
until
because you and
did?
Cass yelled
Yeah.
at me. You guys, I'll call you guys my TV drug dealers. Y'all tell me what to watch, and I'll watch it.
I wear the title proudly.
You should.
I've never watched the show.
That's
You're
why I got
going
canceled.
to.
You should.
Hannah?
Alright, so horror fans will be excited. The Switch is getting another indie horror game. This one is Hello Neighbor. Hello Neighbor, for people who have not played it or heard of it, is a game where you move into a new neighborhood and your neighbor across the street is hiding something in his basement that you have to figure out what it is. More than likely, it's people.
Soylent Green.
The interesting thing with this game, and this is what's made this game really popular, is that it has a very sophisticated AI program. So let's say you just go through the front door multiple times. Like, that's your MO to get into the house after you've been caught, is to go through the front door and do your stuff. Well, now there's cameras there, so he knows you're going through the front door, and he's going to be there to catch you. Oh, well, now you're going to go in through the kitchen. Well, now he's put a bear trap there, so now you're going to get caught there. So you have to be really careful with what paths you choose. Also, if you have a specific escape route you always take, he will have shortcuts to catch you.
Nice.
So it really plays up on that fear. It's already available on Steam and Xbox 360, and things of that nature. But now it is going to be available on the Switch.
Wait, Xbox 360?
Yeah.
That's still around?
Yup.
Xbox Live, Xbox
Xbox,
360.
just
Xbox.
semantics.
On Microsoft's platform, if anybody wants that.
Wait.
So, not gonna lie, when you earlier told me about Hello Neighbor, I thought it was like it was gonna be Mr. Rogers running around with a knife or something.
No, I'm really glad that it's not like that. I'm really glad.
There's also a really great song by JT Machinima out there that
Yeah,
he spoofs the song. It's pretty. I mean, spoofs the game. It's pretty good.
And it also gives you a pretty good idea of what you're going to be doing to try and trick the neighbor. Because there are different ways that you can also, you know, like you can put sleeping pills in his milk so when he drinks it, he'll go to sleep.
Like, I mean, the felon is up in here. Jeez.
There's a gun that you can find to shoot him with, but it's not going to kill him. It shoots like ping pong balls or something, and it stuns him.
Rubber pellets.
Yeah, rubber pellets or something. So
Rude.
That so hurts.
It'll stun him so you can get back to your house, because your house is basically the safe point or the safe spot that he can't get you at. Like it's really interesting. Y'all should check it out. Y'all should
you know how
definitely
much
I'm
check
probably
it
gonna
out.
get it for
is?
my Switch.
Huh?
I'm excited.
Do you know how much it is off the top of your head?
I do not know off the top of my head.
Pricing has not been laid out for it yet.
No, this was just
It's
announced
not-
today.
And it's not an expensive game.
Well,
anyway.
I just meant
Yeah.
Maybe
the
20.
platforms it's live on, if we know.
Yeah,
I
like
don't
20-ish,
know.
probably.
It's in the 20 range right now.
I
so.
love indie horror because traditional horror has this pacing that's kind of set, so you can see things coming every time. And indie horror, both being less experienced and just not bound by the same rules, they're free to do some really crazy stuff with the pacing of how fast stuff happens to you, and it makes it scarier.
Yep.
Cool.
And the biggest point of this game is stealth. Like, be quiet as possible.
Jason can't
Quiet
play
Place.
Yeah, think a quiet place as you're going through this
It's
house.
like me playing Assassin's Creed. I just kill everybody.
Well, you can't kill him. Have fun with that.
Think of one of
So-
our Guardians of the Galaxy characters eating a Zorg nut.
Hey, Jason, what you got for us?
All right, so
What's up,
DC is Margot Robbie recently in an interview said that the Birds of Prey movie that DC is planning is going to be an R-rated film, like a girl gang movie, as she says.
Holla.
Even though, and she's going to be in it, so is Batgirl. Well, we don't know everyone that's going to be in it just yet, but what I do want to focus on is that they're talking about this is going to be an R-rated movie. I think this is another example of DC just trying to throw everything at the screen and see what sticks. And honestly, at a point where I would bash something DC, I say go for it. You've tried everything else. I honestly enjoyed the Birds of Prey comic written by Gail Simone, which is also a key of this that you have to add in. Go find Gail Simone. She's writing Domino right now. Give her a whole lot of money and let her write a screenplay for this. But with that, I said Harley. Margot Robbie is pitching the idea of an R-rated movie, but, she is an actress, and we'll see what she thinks about it. Already pegged, though, is director Kathy Yon, who's actually doing the Bumblebee movie right now.
Wait, what was the name?
Kathy Yon.
Kathy Young. Okay.
Kathy Yon.
Yan.
Y-A-N.
Okay.
She's currently working on the Bumblebee movie.
Okay.
So she's actually pegged to direct it. I don't think they have a writer just yet, which is my point of going to find Gail Simone, giving her a whole lot of money, and let her work her magic on paper. So we don't have any date for it. I thought it was interesting that DC is actually going to try something different now. They've been going safe. We want to stay in that PG-13 rating. And while I don't know if we're going to get any of that with Disney, DC, go for it.
I mean, this is what they did in Marvel with Deadpool. I mean, it wasn't Marvel,
was
but
Fox,
Marvel-ish. But I think what DC is saying right now is that they're abandoning the idea that comics are for kids, and they're putting a strong statement out there that says they're going for that 18 to 49 male demographic, primarily male demographic with, extra income. It's the gamer demo.
But we've seen what happens when they take a risk on someone who's maybe not established. Maybe you don't know a lot about the director,
Patty
and they kind of let them
Jenkins.
have their thing, and then you make a lot of money off of this movie back here. So, just saying, maybe get some new ideas in there. It's okay to copy Marvel this time around. Go ahead.
It really is.
I mean, after 19 movies, you kind of have to, at some point, start copying them. They've got 19 successes. You've got
And
2.
and a couple of $1 billion.
But did
Actually-
you see what the Russo brothers said about, creating your own universe? You're in cinematic movies universe, the Russo brothers were like, don't do it. It's so hard. Continuity is such a problem.
Yeah,
It's
you've
funny.
almost got to be an encyclopedia of what you've already put out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Suicide Squad should have been an R-rated movie, and they played it
Agreed.
safe. And
But by playing
if
it
they
safe,
had-
though, it did get an Academy Award.
Oh, let's not start that again. I can already see Jason's
well,
evil glare.
Break, I'm going to stab you. Anyway, Bryce, you got a second story for us. Let's hear it.
okay, sure. Let me research it real quick, and I'll get back to you. Now here it is. If you've been a fan of science fiction for the last 10 or 15 years, you may have heard of a actress named Katie Sackhoff. She's got a pedigree when it comes to science fiction. You've probably seen her in Riddick, the Bionic Woman TV series, and you may have heard of Battlestar Galactica, the reboot.
I think I've heard of it.
Have you heard of that one?
Wasn't that something with like
spaceships
portals?
and-
Familiar.
and zoom, zoom, and shoot, shoot.
Yeah.
I thought that was
So
Star
anyway,
Wars.
Yeah. Edward
Star
James
Trek,
Olmos
dude.
was
Oh,
part
Star
of
Trek.
it. It was a great show. If you've never seen it, do yourself a favor, get on it. She's got a couple of new projects. One of them is a movie that is completed, and the name of it escapes me right now. It is called... I have it written down here.
He can't read his own writing.
I can't read
That's
my
a
own
problem.
writing. What is the name of the poster? Hannah?
2036.
2036.
Origin
Unknown.
There we
It slipped my
go.
mind. Sorry. Okay, so this is a movie that's being handled by a second-time director. So really don't know much about his history because his other film that was shot prior to this one hasn't been released yet. So we'll see what happens. I'm interested in it because Katie is playing a mission controller, and basically she's assisting an artificial intelligence in trying to investigate some mysterious object under the surface of Mars. So it says in the plot summary that whatever is there could change the future of our planet as we know it. So I don't know. It looks interesting. I saw the trailer. It looks cool. It reminds me a little bit of HAL 9000, and I'm always intrigued by any AI story in the news or any AI in the movies, as I think a lot of us enjoy the Terminator franchise, you know, with that aspect of it.
Or,
But
or Google's new assistant.
Google's new assistant that we were talking about.
Oh, that's so creepy.
That is
Terrifying new
that is-
assistant.
Yeah, I mean, at some point, are we going to have our Google Assistant talking to the other Google Assistant, and we won't actually be talking to hardly anyone at all? Because
That would be great.
right.
Just get a mysterious call from my wife wanting me to go to a field somewhere. Why do I want to go to a field?
That's incentive for you
And a
not to
plane
piss off
falls
your
on me or
wife.
something.
Hey, Jason, can you meet me outside of Vegas, like 13 miles outside in the desert?
That's weird. Why would you be calling me in the middle of the night to meet you outside Vegas? Yeah, I'm not going. Click.
I've got whiskey.
I'm still
We
waiting
fail
for
to
my,
recognize how lazy he is.
I'm still waiting for my self-driven car or land speeder
Yeah, that
and
doesn't
hover
work out.
car.
The self-driven cars are like killing people now, so let's no.
They're
Yeah.
turning it out in Frisco.
Did you see that apparently the way to trap one is to surround it with a salt circle because it assumes
Mom.
that salt circle
Oh Jesus!
I died.
is a
Barrier?
barrier, like not a barrier,
Really?
not a barrier, but like the white stripe on the road that you're not supposed to cross. It assumes it's that, so it'll just sit there.
That's funny. That's how you trap ghosts.
Exactly, exactly. That is exactly the point. They're all possessed by ghosts.
Well,
That's
that's weird.
that's insane. Self-driving
So I'm
cars
terrified now.
aren't even perfected in Uber's like, we want air taxis to go into the sky.
No,
Literally.
no,
They're excited about it. They don't want to make them. They just want to be part of the ride sharing.
AI
bit.
will kill us. Stop it.
Apparently, no one's seen the Terminator.
No one wants.
Skynet.
No, we all want our clothes and our dishes to be washing themselves. So AI is coming. you're gonna have to
Keep
live
them
with
dumbed down. Pass me butter.
What is
You're gonna
my
get the
purpose?
You're gonna get the chip implanted in your brain,
like,
and you're gonna
oh,
live with
no,
AI.
Just
No?
remember, everyone, Soylent Green is people.
I've got one more thing I want to add about Katie Sackhoff. She's got a new Netflix 10-episode sci-fi drama series that is in pre-production, and it's coming to Netflix called Another Life. That's where I was getting confused earlier, because they're describing this as an unimaginable danger on what might very well be a one-way mission as Katie Sackhoff captains a crew to Mars. So it sounds a lot like the movie 2036, Origin Unknown.
Let's get some originality here. Stop going to
Right.
Mars. Katie, stop going to Mars.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. She
You're
loves
better
Mars.
than Mars.
Go to Venus.
She didn't get to captain Star Trek Discovery, so she's making up for it by doing 2 shows about Mars. And I really wanted her to be in Star Trek Discovery, but you know what I want, sometimes I don't get.
Kat, you're up. What you got?
Okay, so Dallas Fuel is in town.
I've heard of these guys.
Yeah, maybe.
Just a little bit.
If you have a friend who's obsessed with the Overwatch League and can't shut up about that, like I'm that friend, tell them to subscribe to SCNS Live, because tomorrow during Dallas Fuel's live event, we are going to be on site interviewing players and talking to the team about what they've done, what they're planning to do for the next stage. I might cry when I meet Mickey. Like, I'm really psyched about this. We're going to get to talk
I'm
to
going to
them.
be so happy to do the camera work for this.
It's going to be fun. With permission to
be.
be there, hanging out and talking to players. I'm really psyched about it.
Don't wear too much makeup. You don't want to start smearing like
Why
black
don't
tears.
you
Should be like Tammy
I know, right?
You're so good.
You don't understand. Mickey is a diva main, and I am a diva main. Mickey used to have an
really?
adequate Roadhog, and
You're a
now he
diva
has
main?
a fantastic Roadhog, and my Roadhog is also going to be okay one day.
You're a diva man. I didn't know that.
Diva, Lucio, and then on my alt account, Sombra,
Let's
and
switch that
Reaper,
2 to 1.
and Hanzo.
Get out.
On my alt
No,
account.
no, she can stay. I like Hanzo.
He just got reworked. He's so much fun to play now.
I don't know anything about
You know
his
what,
gameplay, but I love
we
him.
could easily just drop into another
He
thing.
killed one brother one time, but mostly he's a cinnamon roll.
I like cinnamon.
I like
rolls.
his hair poof and his arrows.
And
Rick.
his voice.
His voice is so
S-
soothing.
Stop them before they just drool over times on you.
Step into the
So
dojo.
mine goes again. I always tend to have like one happy story and then like one serious story. So Spotify is removing R. Kelly's music from its editorial and algorithm playlists as part of its updated policy towards hate speech and hateful conduct. The company announced today. So not only R. Kelly's not the only one that's being targeted, or not necessarily targeted, but people. Not only the only one whose music has been removed. R. Kelly's music is being removed. Some guy named Extension with 3 X's in the front of the name. I don't know. Some guy named Power Button, spelled PWRBTTM, and someone named DuckTales have all been removed as part of hateful conduct and or speech. And comedians such as Bill Cosby and Louis C.K. also have been, all who have been accused of sexual misconduct were quietly removed from Spotify playlists in recent months. And announcing the policy, the company said, to help us identify hate content, we have partnered with the rights advocacy groups. I can't talk sometimes. Including the Southern Poverty Law Center, the Anti-Defamation League, Color of Change, Showing Up for Racial Justice, GLAAD, Muslim Advocates, and the International Network Against Cyber Hate. They're taking this extremely seriously, which I am very happy.
To that I have but one response. Just it's a very small violin. Can y'all hear the song? It's very sad.
It's very soft, but yes, we can hear
Very
it.
sad.
It's very sarcastic.
Very, very sad.
So one of the reasons why R. Kelly has been removed over the past 25 years, she's been hit with multiple accusations of sexual misconduct against young and underage women. Among others, these ranges from child pornography charges, which he was acquitted though in 2008, despite a videotape that prosecutors claim shows him peeing on and stuff with an underage woman, and running an abusive sex cult, among other things. Even though he is currently on tour with RCA Records, his manager, publicist, and entertainment attorneys have all confirmed they are no longer working with him. Though he already has a new publicist and apparently a new management company. But several of his concerts, including this weekend at his hometown of Chicago, among others, have been canceled due to public outcry and petitions. So Spotify is dropping anything that's hateful, whether it be hateful language or just hate in general. They're not dealing with it. Like, no.
I would like to point out to everybody that's angry over this that Spotify is their own company and can do whatever the hell they want to.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, they're not completely...
free speech be damned. They can do what the hell they want to.
Technically, you could still, I guess, kind of find some of this stuff.
Okay.
But they're not going to promote it. The algorithms are not going to promote it, and which is great. I mean, they're not censoring them. They're just saying, we're not going to push you to the top of the list because you're a bag of dicks. You're a bag of shit. So
maybe you can hold your water on camera now.
So, yeah.
I'm sorry.
No, you're good. So,
Okay.
Spotify, I applaud you. Good job. I will continue subscribing to you. Thank you.
I hope they haven't removed Ugly Kid Joe's "I Hate Everything About You" song.
Well, that's
I remember
that's
that
an
song.
anthem.
So that would be a crime.
Nice segue. I see what you did there. Crime.
Cora, what you got?
All right, I have another video game story. Since
Yay.
I found all the video game stories
We can
today.
tell we're getting closer to E3 now. The
I know,
video
yeah.
stuff is dropping.
All right, this is another game that is going to be coming to the Nintendo Switch. It is from the company Nicholas. I think I'm pronouncing that right.
Nicholas. No, I'm kidding.
Nicholas.
Aw.
Someone correct me if I'm wrong.
Reference.
But we are getting a new puzzle fighting game called Crystal Crisis. All right, it's going to be a sorry, I got lost in the weeds there for a second. It is a puzzle fighting game, and it's doing a crossover with a lot of their other properties, including Cave Story, The Binding of Isaac,
Oh my god, that looks so cute.
Oh, look at the Isaac.
and things like that. They also have some Osamu Tezuka properties, such as you can see here, Astro Boy and Blackjack.
They pay some money here.
They paid some money.
Those
to
are
get
the
all these different
cutest
licenses.
chibis.
There's
They are so cute.
there's that one right there with the suit. Looks like Obama. I like it.
Oh my god, he does.
He looks like Obama.
He's adorable.
I like
so
it.
you can fight as Obama.
Chibi Obama. I don't know who that character is.
Chibi Obama.
That's my
He's
character.
the one who's like, peace, I'm out of here. You guys can deal with your own mess from now on.
Come back, Obama, please. Help us.
We miss
You're
you.
our only hope.
Hey, that's for the political podcast. Anyway.
But no, a bunch of these characters are from different properties that this company does own. And they're just kind of putting them all together in this cute little puzzle fighting game. I highly recommend going to the Twitter page and watching the trailer. It is literally the cutest thing I have ever seen. So precious.
Can we post a trailer later on the Facebook page?
I mean, y'all.
Yay!
If y'all will check the Facebook page after this
I
is
think that
over.
should totally happen. Anyway.
It's
Yes.
happening.
If
Okay.
you
I'm
check
sorry,
the page
Cora.
later, it will be on our page,
I
facebook.com/SCNS
want a
Live.
t-shirt with all of those on there. I can't stop
Right?
looking at them.
Well, you can own it yourself for the Nintendo Switch this fall. It'll only cost you $40, which is
Plus
a-
the cost of a Switch.
plus the cost of a Switch if you don't already have one. Or y'all can just join me in stealing Jason's.
I will stab you in the face.
Hashtag buy SCNS Switches.
Hashtag stab you in the face. No one takes my Switch. Anyway.
All right, Jason,
They keep
what
coming
you
with all these
got?
games.
Okay, so last
Sorry.
thing is
Oh, no,
more
you're good.
video game news. Today, Capcom sent us over a little bit of press.
Yay!
With videos and screenshots of the new Monster Hunter Generations Deluxe. Now, this was a DS game, but the Ultimate is going to have everything. It releases August 28, 2018, and this trailer looks so good. I love Monster Hunter. I wanted more Capcom games on my Switch, and this is right up my alley.
I love that they're smashing out these games.
I know,
like
they could have saved this for E3 and had me just going, whoa, as I saw it when Nintendo makes its presentation. This one is pretty big, so I was really surprised and shocked that we got it so early. It looks really, really good, though. Let's see. You're going to be fighting threats from the Fated 4. We posted actually some screenshots on the page as well. just like I said, the look of the game for the Switch is really good. E3 attendees, however, are going to be able to check out a demo of the game at the Capcom booth, and it's going to release August 28, 2018 for digital and physical retail purchases across North America and Europe. It is going to offer local wireless and online multiplayer play, which also, woo-woo. If you couldn't tell, I'm kind of geeking out a little bit because I really love the Monster Hunter series. But as we end the news, we are going to go into the video that was sent to us, which is also on the Facebook page and our YouTube page. But go ahead and check that out, and we're going to be right back. Check out Monster Hunter Ultimate. Tell me you're not excited for that game after watching that trailer.
Sick.
I am so excited. I loved Monster Hunter World for the PlayStation, but this, it's on my Switch. It's portable. It looks like the original Monster Hunter. I'm all about it. It's gonna be great. Please don't suck. Please don't suck. Please don't suck.
I keep putting off buying a Switch because I keep going back and forth. Like, do I really need one? I don't have enough time to game. I barely game on my Xbox and my PS4, and I'm like, do I really need one? And then more games keep coming out. I'm like, oh.
I honestly think for E3, Nintendo is going to be the company to watch. I know that they normally like pre-tape something and send it to E3, and it's usually like, it's good. I think they're the company to watch this year for E3.
I don't think so. I think that if that were the case, they wouldn't be putting out content like now. I think that they've been kind of underwhelming at E3s in the past, and they're like,
they have
screw
their
you
own
guys.
show. They have their own thing they do when they do Nintendo Direct.
They isn't that when they announced Smash Brothers?
That is correct.
Okay. Now, here's my kind of argument to the thing. They're putting out things out, right? It's the little things when they're getting excited, and then they're going to hit us with a couple big things, I think, at E3.
I think they might, but at the same time, they've announced a few things in the last week. They also announced their cloud backup service. Not really on the internet issues. Like, where they're there, but they're like, we're there, but like in 1997. I love Nintendo. I want them to be the forefront of things, but they haven't really been. Sometimes they shoot themselves in the foot.
Sorry, I had to. I read Suko.
It's okay.
What if?
Thanos.
Okay, hold on. What if at E3 they announce a mini 64?
Oh, I'm pretty sure. We've already seen. They've already done some copywriting in Europe for the N64, so we're probably going to get one of those mini consoles too.
That's pretty.
It's
legit.
only a matter of time, I think.
That would be cool.
GoldenEye better be on it, even though I'll still own it. So.
I remember.
But I hope y'all are ready to
GoldenEye.
do an E3 show, because we're going to be doing like what we're anticipating, maybe live streaming when they actually start.
Reactions.
Live streaming our reactions as we watch them, so that'd be cool.
Yeah,
That'd
we'll
be
have
on.
a party. Jason will host.
Totally.
I volunteered.
I do that. I do all kinds of stuff. I make things happen.
When is E3?
We're about 28 days out now.
28 days
Who's
from...
counting?
Not
28 days.
Jason.
I just kind of spout that off. We're 28 days out.
So,
it's about
give or
4.
take.
It's about 4
so,
weeks.
June 8th.
Pretty much, yeah.
June 8th. Cool.
And
Right on
also,
June 8th.
while you
Pumped
talk about
about it.
Smash Brothers, though, at E3, attendees that go, they're going to have a Smash Brothers tournament, and it will be with the new one on the Switch.
Of course.
So if you go, I don't know what that's going to mean. Like, how close are we to a Smash Brothers release? Which I hope is very, very soon.
What if it's the day of E3?
They're going to do the shock announcements. I was actually talking to a friend of mine at work. I think the shock announcement of, like, what's immediate. Like, now you can download, like, maybe some more of the streaming services like Netflix, Crunchyroll. We already have Hulu for our Switch. I think they'll announce that you can download it right there. And they'll probably go ahead and release Smash Brothers, like, that night.
Oh, that would be just
I
like
think they're
them.
go-
You need to, like... Do they have the servers to accommodate, like, a bunch of live releases? Because they haven't in the past.
I certainly hope they do.
I
But-
really want Nintendo to succeed. Don't get me wrong. Like, I grew up with Nintendo. I love them. I love their approach to a lot of games. Can be appropriately simplistic and just beautifully designed.
I prefer if
but
you
they
all
have some
bought a
issues.
Switch. Seriously,
You-
all of you buy a Switch.
I
You know-
prefer
you know
to
what-
buy one too, but
You know what
I want
game?
Cora to get one.
You know what game will make
Eventually.
me probably go out and get one that day? Is if they say, hey, here's the new Pokemon game, because there's no more DS games for Pokemon. That's it.
Mine's Metroid.
So if they announce a
Metroid.
Pokemon game, I'm like, cool. Before the end of the month, I'm a Pokemon game. I'm playing Sun and Moon, Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon still. Cause
Cora, what game would immediately make you go buy a Switch? Besides Legend of Zelda, because that one failed apparently, because you don't love.
damn.
No, because I'm poor. Thanks for
I
rubbing
didn't
that
get one
in.
immediately either.
No,
awkward
like
silence around the table.
it is literally once I get some medical things taken care of, that's the first thing I'm buying is a Switch.
I think this season we'll actually start seeing discounts on them as well.
Or someone wants to get me one for a wedding gift.
That's what I was gonna say. Is pre-registered.
I'll
for it.
pre-register for our Switch.
All right, everybody chip in so we can get Ricardo a Switch.
Yes.
for his wedding.
As soon as I get mine,
We're partly paying for it, so we're all going to chip in.
I'm
and get
going
it.
to register for being, not
And
getting
the good thing
married.
is, if we accidentally get him two of them, he'll just give the other one to his wife.
Yeah, and we'll be able to battle one another.
I don't hear a switch for cat anywhere in here.
I just need to hit that lotto, or just people donate to our Patreon, and then we'll take care of that.
Yeah, you know what would help with the Patreon?
I'll release that. We're actually going to release that this week. But anyway,
Sweet.
let's move the show on because it is the summer of movies. We've already
Yes.
gotten
Yes.
Infinity War. Things are just coming along. Everything looks so good, and I know we all have our favorites that we're looking out for
Yes.
this summer. There's no more. Well, we do have one more Marvel release. I don't believe we're getting a DC release, except for we're getting Aquaman.
In December, but that's it.
Is
Nothing.
it December they pushed
What
it back to?
about what about
It's
that?
always been December.
Yeah.
What about that Teen Titans Go to the Movies?
I
Okay,
don't
there is
know what
two
that
then,
is. Anyway,
and
That
it's an
one looks like
animated
crap.
movie.
so just to round the table real quick, I just want to hear about which ones that you're excited for, and of course, board operator Cora. I want to hear about yours.
All right. Well, I'd forgotten about a couple of them apparently, but the one that I'd said first, and I am very much excited for, is Ant-Man and the Wasp. I have been awaiting a new movie since the first Ant-Man because that is probably one of my favorite Marvel movies to come out. Since I don't get a Hawkeye movie, I'll go to my to one of my other favorites, and that is Ant-Man. And Paul Rudd is perfect. What was that?
Nothing.
What did you say?
Don't make Hawkeye jokes.
That's right. You keep your mouth shut. I got the knives over here.
Ant-Man is underrated.
He is.
It
and
really is.
I just also want to point out to all the people that were like, oh, Ant-Man's gonna be so stupid. I would like to say, boom! It was one of the best movies. Shut up.
Hey, even Paul Rudd's kid was like, "Wait, you're gonna be Ant-Man? I thought you were gonna be a cool superhero." But Paul Rudd proved them wrong. He is a cool superhero. So
He's the best.
jokes on you,
Other
Paul
than
Rudd
Hawkeye.
Jr.
I think we can all appreciate that Michael Pena is coming back, though.
I love
If I don't
his
get
character.
if I don't get 2 stories from him through this movie, I will walk out.
Okay.
I want 2, no less than 2.
Okay, real quick. So last year, they did a recap of everything going up to Infinity War. It was Paul Rudd and Michael Pena telling that. Well, it was mostly Michael Pena telling that story, but he told everything from Iron Man. He skipped over Hulk, but he went from Iron Man all the way up until what was up at that point? What came out last year? Before everything up to Thor. He talked about everything up to Thor, but he did his whole
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, Guardians. So yeah, he talked his normal talk with the hands, and it's like, so like this one guy told me about this other guy that just did all his things. So him recapping the entire MCU up until that point was awesome. So I hope we get at least 2, because we need 3. So
I think what I'm most excited for is Lawrence Fishburne is going to introduce as Bill Foster, who was another giant growing hero in the Marvel Universe, Goliath.
yes,
I'm so
And I
happy
love
about
when
it.
he and Paul Rudd are arguing about who got bigger.
that's what she said.
It's so easy to make that joke right there. But also, we're getting Bill Foster. We're getting another hero. I don't know how they're going to approach it. I'm just glad they're doing it.
And, and if he's only there for that movie, I'm okay with that too. I'm just happy he's in the universe and they can play with him later if they want to. That came out wrong.
And Wasp, yeah. I want to say, Wasp looks awesome in this movie too.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
I love the backpack, the wings, how they like fold out or whatever. So, I wonder if we're gonna get Janet though at some point. Like, I feel like something's gonna lead to where the whole Janet thing from the last movie. I want some resolution.
she is
on that.
casted. It's Michelle Pfeiffer. Breaking news.
I'm about to get my wish here.
Breaking news. Michelle Pfeiffer was
did
casted.
Not know.
I didn't know that either.
didn't know that
That's
either.
insane.
I just
They
and
announced
like
it last
literally as
year.
soon as he said that, I'm like, I'm looking at the cast. Scroll, bam, right there. Ooh.
Yeah, they announced her last year at San Diego.
I missed that.
Man,
Or maybe I
that-
forgot about it.
yeah, because after Michael Pena and Paul Rudd were done telling their story, it was like, so would you join us? And it was Michelle Pfeiffer, and she's like, sure, I'll be Janet Van Dyne or Janet. Yeah.
All right, well, we need to move this along. So,
Okay.
which one are you excited for?
Oh, I've waited 13 years for this. Incredibles 2.
I think we've all waited.
Oh.
13
I did not waiting.
It looks so
Whoa,
good.
yeah, isn't it? So yeah, no, I'm super excited for Incredibles 2. I'm most excited though for Frozone's wife again, because say what you will about the movies, it was a better Fantastic Four than Marvel has been able to do, but Frozone's wife stole that movie. That little 10-second thing she did with Frozone, who is played by Samuel L. Jackson. It's memed over and over again. We say it at work. It's just awesome.
That was amazing voice acting by everyone around. Like,
Y'all did see that they released her character design, right? So we're probably
Yes.
going to be getting a lot more of her in the movie.
Yes.
that's because they're not stupid. They saw the reaction. They were like, "Oh, we got to capitalize on this."
Great or good? I'm the greatest good you'll ever get.
I'm excited about the narrative. I like the whole stay-at-home dad thing. It seems to have been worked in really naturally.
Yeah.
To
And he's very
and-
supportive of it, too, though.
And his whole exhausted trying to do everything face that got memed instantly is hilarious.
My favorite part is the baby disappears. Num num cookie, num num cookie. like just
and he's so tired as he's doing it, too.
and Frozone just uncomfortable with the whole thing.
So I did see something on the internet, because that's where I see everything. I like the fact that his name is Jack and he has all these powers, because he's a jack of all trades.
Yeah, I saw that.
Womp womp.
I love when Edna Mode is like, what does that mean? She's like, it means fire, Robert.
I was so happy she was back.
And that's Brad Bird, the director, doing that voice, too, that just makes it even better for me.
No capes.
I also love that one of the trailers is who is Edna Mode?
Yes.
Yeah, a friend of mine tried to actually say Edna Mode is going to be the villain in this, and I wanted to kick him in the nuts.
You should have. You should have. Kat, what are you excited for?
Oh, I don't remember which one I went with. 8th grade, right?
You had two.
Probably.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah.
the other one the one you and I were talking
Yeah.
about? Okay, so 8th grade is written and directed by Bo Burnham. I really like Bo Burnham. It's just about a girl going into 8th grade, I think. We haven't seen a lot of stuff for it.
Sorry, viewers, we don't have a poster for that because
There
I couldn't
wasn't a
find
poster
one.
for it. The other one that I'm probably more excited about is the Purge. What is it called? The first Purge?
The
Yeah,
first
I
Purge.
see where it all begins.
Okay, so funny
Staten
story
Island.
about that movie, the original Purge movie. They were coming out with the third one, the Purge July 4th one, and we kept seeing trailers for it. This is Cass and I, and we kept being like, but like how? Okay, so willing suspension of disbelief. How are we supposed to believe that the Purge could exist? There's no way they explained that properly. There's no way I would be on board. So we literally set a timer for 45 minutes and decided to sit through 45 minutes of the first one just to see what kind of explanation they gave. And we were like, if we hate it, we're going to turn it off. So we watched both of the movies in full that night because they didn't explain it, but we didn't care. It was just corny and like cheesy, but at the same time their like micro focus on the individual story was incredible. And I love the fact that they're going to back up now and show a little bit about how it did get started.
There were rumors and there were talks of them doing a Purge TV show.
No, absolutely not. It's one night a year. You can't do that. No.
I mean, you could take...
It's like having an episode like 24. You can't.
If they were going to do an episodic for it, I would assume that they would take like 1 year and focus in on different stories. This, the director, who's the director? Do you have
Of the first Purge?
It's been the
new
same one. Is one of the most efficient with his budget that I've ever seen. He's seen like 100 times returns on each of the movies.
James DeMonico.
Nice.
Yeah, he's crazy good. The first one had a budget of like $2 million, made like $90 million.
$1 million of that was Ethan Hawke.
And like, yeah, those are just estimates.
The
but
writer is
insane.
James DeMonico. The director for the new one is Gerard McMurray.
Okay, so he's stepping back from directing. Maybe that's good. Maybe he's not. He doesn't feel confident like taking a macro view of this event. I don't know.
This is like his first big movie. This guy has only... Oh, actually, no. This guy has done Burning Sands and Fruitvale Station, which I've heard was really good.
Ryan Coogler, Black Panther.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I mean, I'm really excited about it. I think they're fun. They're not particularly scary, but they're kind of an interesting commentary on society.
Yo, this movie, the first Purge has Marissa Tomei.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that. Cool. I'm looking at the cast list now. And real quick for your 8th grade movie, a teenager tries to survive the last week of her disastrous 8th grade year before leaving to start high school. So there we go.
Could be good. Maybe not, but we'll see.
Well, if it was an episodic series for the Purge, maybe they could have it take place, in a bunch of 7-Elevens. They're open all the time. Or
if there was ever a place I wanted to murder somebody, it's usually a 7-Eleven.
It'll be like the Walmart clothing area. Things get messy there.
No, the
Changing
grocery
room, or-
area.
I don't buy groceries.
Anyways, so Bryce.
Right, anticipated movie, man.
yeah. So Replicas with your action hero Keanu Reeves.
Yes.
That movie
Looks like
creepy.
it's going to be some sort of Mary Shelley influenced thing with Keanu bringing back his family from the dead of
It's always
night
sad. There's always a messed up.
when you least expected it.
You're right. I've never seen Keanu Reeves in a happy movie.
Things don't go well.
Bill
for
and
him.
Ted.
Oh yeah.
3.
Johnny Mnemonic.
I have
Oh,
no
I don't know
idea
if he
what
was
No,
that
happy.
wait.
I think it was just high in that.
Much Ado About Nothing.
Oh wow!
Except maybe-
that film actually premiered at the Toronto International Film Festival in 2017, September.
So it hasn't been wide release yet, though, right?
Kind of makes me want to go see it right now, though, because that movie looks creepy.
Yeah.
Like I saw a trailer for this and I was like, ooh.
Yeah.
So I was kind of surprised you mentioned that one. I was like, this does not look like a happy film.
And Alice Eve is in it, and she's from Star Trek Into Darkness, and she's fun to watch on the big screen.
Jason, what do you got?
Well, I don't know. You know, I typically like movies like Solo. Anyway, I am so ready for this movie. I know people are always like, "Oh, it's another Star Wars movie," and some other guy is playing Han Solo. You know, I got over that when people started playing James Bond. Okay,
And Batman.
and Batman. They're iconic characters. Other actors can play them. Let's get over it and just enjoy that I'm getting a movie about my favorite smuggler, my favorite scruffy nerf herder, and Donald Glover is playing Lando Calrissian in this movie.
It's like a dream come true.
This is if there's one scene, it's a gift where Lando is throwing the blaster to Han. If the movie is 30 minutes of that, I would be fine. I get to see where the Millennium Falcon comes from. This is an expanded universe nerd's dream. I'm going to be first in line to watch this movie. We are canceling the show for that night. I'm going to see Solo. Yes, I've even bought toys for the guys. Please, people, stop shitting on Solo before it comes out. I am so excited for this movie.
Language.
I love. Sorry, Cap. I love Star Wars movies. I don't shy away from it. People have their complaints about the last one that came out. I still loved it. I don't care, and I'm happy that I'm getting these Solo Star Wars like Rogue One now, and I'm getting possibly a TV series about pilots. I want all the Star Wars. That. Give me, Star Wars Resistance. I'm very excited.
Yes.
If they can just keep up the single, like I expect the next one to be Boba Fett. Honestly,
Obi-Wan
or Obi-Wan. Either one of those I would watch. Keep giving me these standalone movies. Tell the story. Make it good. I will pay money and watch it several times.
I love the standalones. They don't have the restrictions that like the main storyline has. Yeah, like Han Solo has to make it through.
I like the actor that's playing Alden Heidenreich. Yeah. I like him.
No, I like the standalones as a concept. They have the freedom to mess with the storyline more, to do more unexpected things, like in Rogue One, where, spoilers and everything. Ooh. Everybody died. But I liked that. It was the right way for that to end.
And I'm loving the interaction between him and Chewie. Like, when he finds out how old he is. You're 190? You look good. You look really good. Just that smart assedness, and even the interaction between him and Lando, which we never got enough of that in the Star Wars movies, and I wanted more of it.
Yeah.
And now I get it. I get to see how he swindles the brand new pretty looking Falcon off of Lando.
Yeah. Or if it doesn't have this, if it does well enough, they're gonna get a sequel, and hopefully, if they don't do this film, they're doing it in the next one.
Fine. Keep giving me standalone Star Wars films because I'm going to keep watching them.
I mean, if there's a sequel, it's not a standalone anymore.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay,
it could be.
Offshoot story.
All right, question.
Go ahead, Ricardo.
If this movie does really, really well, standalone, Donald Glover movie.
Absolutely.
I mean, if this movie doesn't do well, I don't care.
I kind of expect Donald Glover to steal the show in this movie.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
Because already that cocky, wait, everything you've heard about me is true. That line right there was like, I am fine with this man playing Lando Calrissian. I think that Billy D. Williams somewhere said, you have my blessing.
Oh, I bet he met him.
I hope so.
Like, I don't think it was just off in the universe. I think they probably met.
I think also this is going to be the year for Donald Glover to really just come out. Because, I mean, the guy's been hitting it on music, comedy, acting. I
Atlanta.
think this is going to be his year.
Right.
So
Atlanta,
bring it on. Yes, Atlanta. Absolutely. Throw that in there.
And will Chewbacca be playing a romantic lead for the first time? So that could be exciting.
I'm questioning if we see his family in this. Because we were always like... I mean,
I think we actually do.
Christmas special.
Besides the Christmas special.
Well, no,
Stop.
I think they were actually.
I
think they were on the planet where the Wookiees come from in one point in the trailer.
I would love to see Kashyyyk in this. This is like when I was a kid, I found an expanded universe novel. It had like 3 tales from Han Solo's universe, and I loved it.
I used to read books.
You know that book, it had like 3 tales in it, and none of them covered like him win. No, it did cover the Sonic game where he won the Falcon.
Don't remember.
Okay, so yes, huge nerd out for Solo. Can't wait.
It's gonna be great. We hope.
So
That's
anyway,
gonna be good for sure, and I think it will be great.
Does anybody have any others that we may have missed? I know we had a couple.
We got Deadpool next week.
Deadpool next week, which looks great. I'm loving the marketing for this film leading up. The apology to David Beckham.
David Beckham. That's what I woke up to. Somebody texted me like, "Watch this." And I'm like, "Oh, more Deadpool stuff." Oh my gosh, yes.
Him explaining why he wanted the Celine Dion singing the song. He wanted the European Film Festival. Like, you guys said European. They're barely on the planet. I mean, like say you let Australia in, they're barely on the planet.
All right, so everything else is coming out this summer besides everything we mentioned. We got Jurassic World: The Fallen Kingdom. We've got this movie called Tag, where these people have been playing tag for over 30 years.
And I am very, 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 very excited.
It does look really funny.
Looks like fun.
It looks like fun, and I'm really excited to see Jeremy Renner in a role that's not serious. Because he plays serious really well, but he himself is a very goofy guy. And it's going to be great to see him in a role where he gets to be as ridiculous as he wants.
I'm excited for Tag.
The SNL parody, if you have any doubt.
Exactly. Exactly.
Tag looks great, but if you want to see what may have inspired Tag, watch Gotcha. It's a great movie with Anthony Edwards. Check it out. It's a funny comedy.
All right, cool.
All right.
Equalizer 2, the Denzel Washington movie, is going to be a sequel to it coming out this summer also.
Really?
Yeah.
How did I miss that?
It was quietly announced, but it's coming out July, I want to say. June or July.
Sweet.
Also, Sicario, Day of the Soldado.
First one looks really good.
Yeah, the first one was amazing. If you haven't seen it, go out and watch it. It's really, really great. Skyscraper with The Rock, because he's not done making movies yet.
With the poster of the impossible jump. Physics says that jump won't work.
Mission Impossible Fallout, the movie that tanked Justice League because he couldn't shave his mustache. Henry Cavill. So, and then also, this is
still love the movie.
Middle of August, but I'm still excited for it. Christopher Robin with Owen McGregor playing Christopher Robin.
I forgot that was coming out this year.
Jim Cummings coming back as Winnie the Pooh. So I'm super excited for that movie as well.
And then we're all going to cry.
Yes, we're all going to cry.
No. And let's just go ahead and end it with this one that Won't You Be My Neighbor.
Yes. Oh my God.
Played by the absolute perfect person to play Mr. Rogers, Tom Hanks.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh.
I love the news headline though that I saw. It's like, breaking news: Tom Hanks still a nice guy.
Those scare me.
Let us down.
Sometimes they'll scare me. I'm like, oh God, what happened? Oh.
Yeah, with Tom Hanks, I kind of my heart skipped a beat for saying, no. Oh. Okay,
like you're not ruining Tom Hanks and he's still okay, right?
That happens every time people post about Betty White. It's like,
I want to punch them.
What? Oh God! It's like, and just
she is the one.
But yeah, it's gonna be a good summer. It's gonna be a very busy summer. I work in a movie theater. I'm gonna probably catch all of these at some point.
And I'm probably gonna be catching them at that movie theater because the few times that I don't go, and I endorsement, I love Draft House. The times I don't go to that movie theater, I know I regret not going to that movie theater.
Yep. When we went and saw Infinity War, because we couldn't get a ticket at Alamo the opening week, we almost punched someone because they wouldn't shut up during the movie.
I almost punched someone.
No, you don't understand how much I wanted to punch them during the movie.
So come to Alamo Draft House. We don't allow talking and texting. If you do, we kick you out. No refund. Speaking of which, for Han Solo, we have like 4 cocktails. All of them come in solo cups.
Ha.
Oh
Cute.
My God. I love it.
It's cute. I like it. Get it? Because Han Solo.
Han Solo.
All right, so we've got everything covered. Okay, make sure you're following on our Facebook and Instagram because we're probably going to be posting some little videos tomorrow. Just some things on location as we go visit our home team, the Dallas Fuel.
And don't cry at all.
Well, don't you cry at all. Don't you
Probably
cry.
not.
Please cry.
Stop it.
No, I don't cry.
Anyway, guys, that is the end of our show. Thank you for joining us this week. Make sure you go over to youtube.com/SCNS Live. Subscribe to our channel. Follow us over there. Make sure the notifications are turned on. This weekend, I'll be doing Alternate Heads with Sean. We got the video from that. Also, I'm posting toy reviews this week. I finally figured out what was wrong with Adobe. And
there we go.
Thank you, Windows, for screwing something else up again. Anyway, but those videos will be coming. And if you want to follow us personally, you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at JasonTheX. Bryce, where can they find you?
On Instagram and Facebook at Bryce Culver with a C, C-U-L-V-E-R.
If you like music and bands, you want to follow Bryce's page.
Faux show.
Please do.
Let's show.
Are you going to do an endorsement for each of us after?
You don't post enough.
You can find me at Better Cat Comics on Twitter and Better Cat on Instagram.
You need to post more.
That is accurate.
You can find me on Instagram at AlamoNerd89.
You need to post more.
On Instagram or on the page? I posted like 3 things today, 2 things the other day.
Yeah, today. Like, you're just not.
He means
doing
on
that.
your Instagram.
We want to hear from you. Who is Ricardo?
Make sure to tune in on Tuesday because there's a big movie coming out on my new DVD Tuesday videos.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Oh. Woo! Woo! Best birthday week ever.
It's Black Panther.
Cora, where can they find you?
You can find me on Twitter at HawksPerch, where I scream into the void about Suikoden. Not as much lately. Calming down for now.
And your art.
I don't post much of my art on Twitter anymore.
Post more of
in-game
your
bars, apparently.
You can find me on
Insta.
Insta.
Sorry.
You can find me at the gay bar sometimes, but you can find me at Korodono, KRRODONO, on Instagram, where I post more of my art.
And of course, you can follow us at SCNS Live on Instagram and Twitter and our Facebook page. So, anyway, guys, that is our show. We will be back next week. Kind of the road to E3 is starting up, so don't know if it'll be next week that we do our E3 coverage, but
Wait, will we be here next week? It's Deadpool.
yeah, we'll be here next week.
Okay.
Yeah.
Y'all will be here next week.
No, I'm not gonna go watch it night one. But anyway, we'll be here next week, so we'll have all that ironed out by then. But until next time, guys, make sure that you always
Keep on nerding.
nerding.